How's it going, everybody? Today I went back to the Cubicle. I'm going to show you everything I got. So during my visit I purchased Dignitas, Gravitas, and Celeritas, Lubicle Black, the new Shengshao clock, so fast, YJ Square 1. Believe it or not, this is only my second Squan. I went ahead and put the black caps on it. Weilong V10 Ferrocore. Yo, this might be the first cube card I've ever actually wanted to keep. Welp, I already like it better than a normal V10. And finally, the 7th MGC beta in my collection. However, you're probably wondering, why? If you know me, you know that the MGC beta is the first cube I've been able to confidently call my main in a long time. Its controllable turning style along with the comfortable feel in my hands makes it just the perfect cube for me. And I find myself getting more consistent times on this cube than I am on any other 3x3. The version I'm using in this clip shown is the Angstrom edition set up by the Cubicle Pro Shop, which is my favorite version of this cube. And using this cube for so long had me thinking how I could set up this cube using my own lubes in such a way that it's the best cube for myself. Using my accumulated knowledge of cube lubes and setting up cubes, I decided that Angstrom Dignitas and Gravitas would be ideal for the pieces, and then Lubicle Black would be ideal for the core. Before I did anything, I went ahead and I adjusted the tensions of the cube to my likeness, and then went ahead and wiped off any excess factory lube off the cube. I then put my gloves on and prepared for things to get messy. I did do a small amount of research first. I had to make sure I wasn't messing anything up, but as we'll see later in the video, I did end up still messing up. So surprisingly, it was a very clean process. It wasn't too messy. The only real worry, I'd say, was getting it onto your skin, which requires a compound similar to Lubicle 1 to get off your skin. However, getting it onto the plastic of the cube was no big deal at all, only left kind of slight smudges, but other than that, it wasn't that bad. All it really took was wiping the piece thoroughly with a paper towel to get the black off of the pieces, and after the first time using it, I really didn't encounter that issue because I was used to the consistency of the lube. Every experience with the lube since has been cleaner than the last, however, I did go ahead and purchase a 50-pack of gloves just to be safe. Now, it was when I started applying the Dignitas and the Gravitas that I really started making mistakes. Use me and my short span of attention as an example why you should always watch a tutorial all the way through before beginning the process of what you're doing, because since I had not watched the video all the way through, I thought you were supposed to lube every single piece of the cube with lube, which you were not, which I later realized. Pre-DNM, this gave the cube an even gummier feel than Angstrom lubes would pre-DNM, but once I got it sorted out, it was no big deal at all. It felt just the same as it would had I lubed only 2 of the pieces. The whole process took about an hour and a half, I'd say, and if anything, it really gives you insight into why orders from the Cubicle Pro Shop take as long as they do, because their orders are all done by hand by workers at the Cubicle. In my opinion, you're not just paying for a professional setup, but you're also paying for the quality assurance as well, which I feel the quality assurance from the cube companies themselves has kind of gone down in the past few years, especially with the addition of magnets into the hardware of cubes. So if it's within your price range, it is quite reassuring to know that there is a cuber working on the cube that you ordered to make sure it's the best that it can be. So here we're doing first turns, and it was rough. The Angstrom lubes made the cube an ungodly level of gummy, However, that's not unexpected at all, so those are still the two lubes I recommend the most to people. However, the most unique feeling came from the Lubicle Black. Okay, so it's about 12 hours since the last clip was recorded. I did about 100 break-in solves on this cube, which was perfectly enough for this cube to turn out amazing. The Dignitas and Gravitas, along with the D&M, combined with the Lubicle Black in the core, makes this cube feel incredible. The Lubicle Black got rid of all the friction in the springs, making it feel like the maglev version with how smooth it is, and it feels like a maglev, but it corner cuts like a spring version, which I love. But yeah, anyways, that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.